Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's me, John, aka Nosy, back for another voiceover video, as you can obviously tell there. Yeah, so this one's going to be significantly shorter than the last, but I wanted to just make a video talking about mostly about the motion posters or motion animated little shorts that have been making the rounds on the internet recently. These came out shortly, not basically, I think pretty much this either the same day or the same week of me uploading the last video I did on Transformers Rise of the Beasts. So, yeah. So, as I said, this isn't going to be as long as the previous video. So, let's get straight into it. We have three motion posters or motion animation things. One of Primal, one of Optimus, and one of Mirage. So let's get straight into the first one, which will be obviously Mr. Primal himself. So let's take a look-see, shall we? Alrighty then, so to start off with is going to be Primals. Yeah, Primals is only about 13 seconds in length, give or take. And so what I'm going to do for each one, for Primal, Optimus, and obviously Mirage, is I'm just going to play them through as they are, as intended, and then I'm just going to slow them down a little bit so you can actually kind of see the level of detail and the manner of which they transform. And then after that, after I've done all three, have a little discussion and just talk about what my thoughts on these on the amount of detail on them and things of that nature. So let's just play the very first one of Primal, and let's do that. Right, so that was Primals. So now moving swiftly on now with Optimus Prime's version of it, which Optimus is significantly shorter. It's around about 8 seconds long. Obviously, but I think Primals and Mirages are literally the longest of these animations. Um, yeah, which actually kind of surprised me. I kind of thought maybe Optimus would be just as long, in the same duration, but no, it's just a very, very quick one for Prime Optimus. So let's give it a watch. See. And of course, here we are with Mirage. So the final one. Mirage is roughly about the same duration, I think, of Primals. Which actually, this little animation is actually quite cool because he kind of drives into frame, which actually is kind of nice to see. And he kind of poses. So yeah, so let's give it a watch, see, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alrighty then. So that's all three of these posters now played to you and slowed down a little bit so you can actually see them in more detail. So yes, I think these are really kind of cool, these little motions. I mean, obviously it's not the first time in a Transformers live action film that they have actually done this. I think under Michael Bay, they did do some, I think, motion posters. I think maybe for either Revenge of the Fallen or Age of Extinction. I can't quite remember, but I do remember they have done this before in regards to kind of the promotional side of things and kind of giving you kind of real cool actual posters that moved and everything, and it looks pretty kind of cool. So yeah, but seeing Primal, Optimus, and Mirage, specifically for me, Primal was actually kind of cool because now, like I said in the previous video I did, I felt that we haven't. I felt that they were purposely keeping Optimus's robot mode a little bit more more secretive. As a lot of the promotional material, as we've seen, posters, yes, we did see Primal transform in the first trailer we saw, but basically the animation at the time was still kind of being developed and the characters were still kind of being done. So it was still kind of unfinalized, unfinished CGI. So, but these motion posters, you can really see the level of detailing on Primal, especially in his gorilla mode, his alt mode, and then when he transforms into his robot mode, you can definitely see that there is a lot more detail to him. I still feel they could have put a bit, like I mentioned in the previous video I did as well, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more highlighted paintwork instead of just going for greys and chrome and blacks. It would have been nice if you did actually see like remnants of a bit of blue or a bit of white or a bit of red, or it's the the signature colours that come with Primal. Of course, I understand I'm going into the Beast Wars continuity that I'm more in tune to and have more love and nostalgic feeling over. I understand that, but I just feel he needs just a little drop of colour in his robot mode. However, his gorilla mode, alt mode, looks absolutely fantastic, in my opinion. I just think he's crying out for just a little bit of extra paint there, a little bit of extra colour. That's just, I understand, again, I'm repeating myself for what I've said in the previous videos, my previous video. I just feel that I understand that Primal, the Maximals, and whoever else are in there, if there's any Predacons, I understand they've obviously, well, most of the Maximals have been on Earth for a long time, which I completely understand. They've been on, been on Earth for a long time. Most likely, they've weathered, they're battle hardened. They've got battle damage. I get that's the aesthetic feel of them, but yet if you look at Rhinox and then if you look at Cheetor, they look pretty much perfect, really, because they've still got noticeable colours. That you can, their colours that are there. They've got a lot of different colour combinations. Whether even though they are still weathered and battle hardened and battle damaged in some respects, they are still in the same condition as Primal, but yet I understand Primal is mostly a black silver. He's meant to be a silverback gorilla. That is basically his alt mode. He's a silverback gorilla. He's like the biggest and mightiest of the gorillas, and basically I understand where they've just gone with like the chrome grey colours, like the darker colours for Primal, but yeah, he had a hell of a lot of highlighted colours in his Beast Wars TV series. There was a lot more colours on him than just greys and white, greys and blacks. Obviously, as you know, if you actually watched any of the series, or have seen Optimus Primal's robot mode in the actual show, then you will be well aware of this. That he did have more highlighted colours to be able to bounce off of him being a black silverback gorilla. Um, but anyway, I'm not going to be too negative on Primal. I'm still trying to be open minded. I am getting a little bit more excited and more intrigued by this film as more information and more stuff does come out. They certainly have been working on him. They've certainly been listening to criticism from test screenings. You can definitely see they've been working on Optimus as well. Uh, Optimus looks absolutely fantastic. I don't really know what more I can really say on Optimus. Only thing I can really say, I'm not quite sure. It could just be the motion poster, the way he's been positioned. But I do know one of the criticisms for Optimus Prime's robot alt mode, or even and also in robot mode, even the silver grate things that are over his windscreen or windshield in America. Um, Basically, those things, I'm not quite sure if they've been shortened a little bit. It could just be the way that this has been done, but some people generally thought they were a little bit too large, and they kind of like took away from the color scheme a little bit. Um, I don't know. So some people were kind of a little bit unsure about how his windshield silver parts looked on him when we first saw him in the first trailer. But I don't know. Just part of me thinks that they've maybe been slightly shortened, add a little bit for his robot mode. But yeah, but he looks absolutely amazing, does Prime. I mean, I generally do quite like this design of Optimus Prime. It's you can still see he does have some remnants of his previous mode. For Bumblebee, his alt mode in Bumblebee. Yes, obviously there is change there. You can definitely tell. Obviously, there is going for every Transformers film, there is going to be alt mode changes. There's going to be little changes here and there, because end of the day, they are going to be selling toys out of these films. As obviously they have there's been images all over the place about the Rise of the Beast toys. So, in order to try and bring out a new Optimus Prime and a new Bumblebee, they have to, they changed them up a little bit in order for them to be a brand new version or a new version to try and keep them relevant in order to keep them keep them in the toy line and to just keep releasing the same characters. So you've got to understand that there is going to be slight changes every time there's a film coming out. Uh, Same with animated series as well, and video games, whatever it may be, whatever media, whatever spectrum within the Transformers franchise, you are going to get differences of appearance and alt modes and everything in order to try and sell toys, which is obvious because that's Hasbro. They're all about making that old. They're all about making that money. So quickly then, moving on to Mirage. I actually kind of like Mirage. I really do like Mirage's alt mode. I actually quite like the Porsche cars. I'm a big car guy. I do like my supercars and very nice sport cars and things. So yeah, so I really quite like Mirage's look. I think he looks really cool. The fact that they've obviously given him a little bit more animation in this uh, little motion poster thing, is kind of suggests that obviously he's going to have a hell of a lot. Obviously, a lot of people are saying he's basically the new Bumblebee of Rise of the Beasts, or maybe going forward, they're kind of going away from Bumblebee being the main focused character. That obviously, because throughout the Michael Bay films, And also in Bumblebee as well, with in that film. Of course, that film was obviously Bumblebee. It was his film. It was him, mostly following him arriving on Earth and meeting Charlie, and of course that's that. So I think I think the kind of understanding. I mean, yeah, I've got nothing against Bumblebee as a character, really. I just think it's getting a little bit boring and stale when you just stick to the same titled character, and he is always going to be the protector bot of any sort of human character. It starts to get a bit stale, in my opinion. I understand he's a very popular character with kids, so moving away from him a little bit, I really do think it's a good idea to try and like introduce another character, as in Mirage, and just go from there, sort of thing. Um, and just see how he goes. I mean, how he comes over in the film is yet to be determined, but from looking at the trailer and looking at his energy, he does look kind of like a hip character, and of course he speaks. I'm kind of getting a bit annoyed and a bit bored of Bumblebee with unable to really talk for himself. He has to communicate through radio. That's getting old very, very fast. You can see that all other media are starting to give Bumblebee actually a voice now, but yet the live action films are still stuck in the whole he can't speak, which is kind of annoys the hell out of me a little bit. That everything else is moving forward with Bumblebee, but yet the live action films are still stuck in 2007 at this point. But anyway, but yeah, so Mirage, I love his modes. I love his car mode and I love his robot mode. I think the design for him is great. This little animation thing is absolutely brilliant. It really shows how he transforms and he's a little bit of his personality as well. So yeah, there we go. Also, just very quickly before I sign off and finish the video, one little quick poster I want to show you is I found this on Twitter. Just having a little look see of all the any latest information, and it's looking like theatres mainly. I think maybe in America. This image that I'm going to show you was actually taken at a Regal cinema chain, and it seems that uh, finally in cinemas we are getting actual posters in cinemas now. So obviously, this is no surprise. Obviously, with a big film like this, you're going to get movie posters in movie theaters. Obviously, every film gets one. However, this is actually one of the first images to actually go online of actual somebody actually seeing one, which is kind of exciting to see. We're getting ever closer to that release. Hopefully, with posters now probably making it into theaters, into cinemas, we might maybe get a second trailer soon, because they might want to bounce off of another film that's coming out soon. There is other films coming out this year, other ones that people are anticipating. So I have a big feeling that we might not be far off from another trailer. With the posters finally actually making it into the cinemas and actually being advertised, I think we're going to start getting into TV spot spectrum soon, and possible another maybe minute or so trailer, because I understand. I mean, to be honest, I won't saying that I won't be too upset if we don't get another trailer, because I do like the element of surprise, and they are obviously doing a good job by trying to keep things a lot more secretive with this film. I do want to have an element of surprise when I go in to see the film. I don't want to see too much revealed at once, which is something that other films have done in the past. However, I do like the idea that it would be nice to maybe get one more trailer. Saying that, I would like to see another trailer. Um, just to kind of just to see how much the animations come along. We actually see a nice high definition 4K trailer, and with all the revised and worked on new CGI, and just see how much difference there has been from the first trailer we saw to this one, to the new one. So it would be nice to just see the level and the amount of work that's gone on, and just see how much has changed, if any sort of more detailing's been added. But obviously, as you can see by these little motion pictures that I've shown, you can see they certainly have been working very hard. They certainly have been working very hard indeed, and you can see that the level amount of detailing on Primal in Gorilla mode is just unreal. Yes, his robot mode has still got a lot more detail. You can, and obviously Prime and Mirage equally look just as good as well. So there we have it then. Thank you very much for watching this, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. Also, I just want to say a huge thank you for the support on my previous Rise of the Beasts video. Yeah, it was nice to go back to this sort of format again. It is something that I've reintroduced for these videos. And yeah, I used to kind of do this kind of stuff when I first started out on YouTube. So it felt kind of interesting and different, a little bit different and strange at first, going back to the voiceover kind of thing. But yeah, thank you very much for all the support. That video did I feel it did really well. Thank you for anyone, for the comments and likes, and also people that actually messaged me about it, saying that they really enjoyed the video. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with more videos, reviews, and so on very soon. So keep posted here. Please, if you enjoyed these videos and you also like my other videos, Transformers reviews and so on, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye.